Welcome, YouTube pipe smokers. Hope you're having a evening. I am, and thank you. Oh, I was gonna blend something. I got an empty tin. That's what I'm blending in. So if it's good, I'll have it tomorrow. Today, I went ahead and picked out a block that should be perfect for the next pipe. And if this will hurry up here, see. All right. It'll be, hey, recovering know-it-all. How you doing, brother? So today I picked out a pipe for a commission of a church warden volcano. And tomorrow I will get to start on that. I'll finish, well, pretty much 2 pipes will be done tomorrow. They're finishing overnight, basically. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I got a ton of them. I've got a Lord of the Rings themed church warden that's very close to done. Looks really good right off the bat. Everything's drilled, the stem's bent, fit, works good, looks good. I just want to see if maybe I can add a little bit more of a touch to it to make it just a little more, But it turned out nice, and the shape worked perfectly, and I would smoke the hell out of that thing. And then RD's pipe will be done tomorrow. Or no, RD's pipe. I can't even talk. The country gentleman's pipe will be done tomorrow. It's waxed. It's all looking good. That will be finished tomorrow. And I went ahead and even thinned out the stem because his stem was done and it was just a tiny bit, just tiny bit too much thickness on the button. So now that I'm more comfortable with stems and it's all good, I straightened that out a little bit, made it nicer, and got that polished up and looking great. So after everything, all the wax and stuff is good tomorrow, that will be done. So his will get mailed out next week. Todd, welcome in, buddy. Great to have you. And then Paul, Papa Bear's Nook. That was the name. I was having issues remembering names. Papa Bear's Nook's volcano pipe will get finished tomorrow. So it will probably be completely done Monday, as well as the church warden, the Lord of the Rings church warden. So looks like Monday, 3 pipes will be all done, and maybe Tuesday or Wednesday I can get 3 or maybe even a 4th one out. It depends, because there's one I'm really trying to get done this weekend. 3 on this weekend I'm trying to get done. It's crazy, but it's been a lot of fun. Today I got some work done, then went on a nice long walk. Yesterday was swelling and soreness from colitis, and today was kind of making up for that. So I did some pipe work, went on a walk, grilled hot dogs and hamburgers, and just relaxed outside a bit, and that was kind of the day. It was good. So tomorrow I'll work hard on some pipes and there's one I just have to drill the shank on, and then the draft hole, and it's pretty much done. Finish the tenon a little bit. It's right there. Eddie, how you doing, buddy? Great to have you. I am not always on. I am not always. Let's see.
On time?
No. I'm thinking of how to word it. I'm not always late for my lives, but when I am, it's after 10 p.m. Eastern. When I'm late, I'm late. Oh, hey, Latakia Dave, can you hand me that bowl? Yeah, that one. He looked right at it. No, it's not. It's not out the window. It's right there.
Oh, this one?
That empty one, yeah.
Oh, he yawned like, oh, it's too far to reach.
That is awkward that there were two blue bowls right there by each other. Hey, Paul, just chatting about you, brother. How you doing? Hot dogs and hamburgers are not great for colitis. They actually didn't bother me. So, like, they don't bother mine. But it depends, too. On the day, everything can bother me. But yesterday, when my colitis was flaring up, it was first thing in the morning. I was able to wake up at 6, and it was pain and swelling the whole day. I hardly ate anything at all till evening. It was miserable. That was before the hamburgers and hot dogs. But yeah, we watch which ones we buy and how much we eat and all that kind of stuff, and that helps depending on the day. Oh, nice. Eddie, you're a walking advertisement for Carter Hall, my friend. So I'm going to make a blend. Don't know where I put the lid to this tin.
Should be right by you.
I'm all scattered today. This evening,
Should
particularly.
be on your table.
Nope.
Oh, no, it's next to it.
Aha, I did that so it wouldn't fall off. I'm going to be smoking a pipe I have not smoked for a while. It's, I believe, a Rossi. Yep, Vittoria. They call it 8320, but we all know it's a 320. So I'm going to smoke this, but I'm going to make a blend first. I've got a blend in mind. I'm going to take some TS20 Louisiana Perique. This is going to be kind of a smooth, fruity blend, something like that. I might butcher it too. We'll see what happens. 2 bowls of 965. Ooh, very nice. I was actually talking with, while I was in Concerning Piper's Live recovering, and yeah, he was talking. He showed me a couple pipes, and one was a cannonball shape, and I'm like, I gotta make that. So maybe July will be cannonball season, and we'll see what August is. But right now, through the end of June at midnight, we are smack dab in Church Warden and Bulldog season. So if a commission is made by the end of June, like if the commission itself, if the person's like, hey, I want this by the end of June, on those 2 shapes, there are discounts. And it's going good. I got to make 2 Bulldog Church Wardens. I start my 3rd Volcano pipe tomorrow. 1st Volcano Church Warden, which would be awesome. And welcome, Zippo. Great to see you, brother. It's Coyotes. Dave's like, you're lucky there's a window between us, or I'd be downstairs hiding. Good to see it, Dark Lord. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, there you go. Recovering. Oh, nice. Nice, Paul. Yeah, Paul, your volcano pipe is looking great. I did take pictures. I put a series thing on Instagram with some pipes I worked on today, so it is on there. And I wanted to see, before I drilled the shank, I wanted to see how much play I would have. I know it's usually backwards. Usually I get to where the shape is about done, leave a little extra, do the drilling, then finish it up. And this time, in this rare case, I didn't do the shank drilling yet because I didn't know how much rusticating I would do. I wanted to leave plenty of room, so I just waited. And I did start on the stem. The mouthpiece and bit are all done, and they're looking spectacular. And I'm going to make the tenon a little bit narrower. I just kind of did one to start with, but I'll make it a little narrower and drill the hole, and it should be all done tomorrow, no problem. And then I may touch up a little bit. I'm trying to think of the Lord of the Rings theme pipe, and if there's a way I can sand it all down around the leaves. Otherwise, because I'd like to get them in the box together. Otherwise, I'll try to make it so those leaves are standing out. I've got plenty of briar on there. It could do that. It just take a little longer. But otherwise, I'll be done with your volcano pipe and Country Gentleman's pipe Monday for sure. His is just waxing overnight. His will be done tomorrow. But I touched up his stem because I learned a lot from his stem to what I've been doing. So touch that up so it's better. But I want to make that Lord of the Rings church warden really, really stand out, really be special. And it looks great starting out, but I really want to have those leaves coming outward like the picture. So, okay. Because I could probably, I'm pretty sure I can finish it. It wouldn't be a long wait. I think I could finish it within about 3 days. So maybe I could get everything in the mail Wednesday, because that's typically a day we do mail. So that would be reachable. So if you're okay with it, then I'll just finish that one up tomorrow and work on it the next couple days, and then just get them all out Wednesday or something. I could do that. That should not be a problem. It's not like it's a big 2-week wait or anything. Yeah. So we have our cat here that's quiet, that's 3 feet behind the computer. And then our loud cat is downstairs. And he loves it. He's got half the house to himself. But every once in a while, he just kind of yells out and talks to me and Mabu and the cat, and the other cat. And then sometimes he'll meow, and this cat will run downstairs and check on him. Or he'll meow because this cat's downstairs picking on him. But he fell from rafters and got a little messed up. So he's all good now. It's been a few years. He's also almost 21. He's doing very well. So he has retired because he cannot make it outside. He gets lost easy. But you've heard of free roam chickens. He's a free roam cat, and this cat's a chicken. You give me the frown. I know he's sitting there almost like, I'll just sulk out the window. I'm not going to look. All right, so this is Yellow Virginia. Awesome, Paul. Then I'll do that, buddy. I had to think on it a couple of nights anyway while I was finishing your volcano one up most of the way. And I'm like, I really, how am I going to do this? What time do I have? I don't want you to wait too long. But I think with the right time, I'll just do that sanding, and I can, but I'll have to do a rougher sanding like 150 to get the layer down good, or 220 maybe, and then bring it back up to 400. So I just know it'd be a few days. So there's no way I could say, yeah, it'll be done tomorrow. I can mail it Monday. So that's why I wanted to chat with you about it. And we got Church Warden Volcano Pipe that's starting tomorrow. Picked out the block today. So the blend I just mixed is Louisiana Perique, Stove Virginia, Yellow Virginia, and Black Cavendish. Almost added Latakia, which would probably be good, but I didn't want to do that tonight. And then I almost added Peppery Perique, but I thought I want a nice full fruity flavor. See what happens. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. That'll be a nice Yabo for sure. 2 of them. Yeah, I know, Zippo. You're freight train in Rustica, man. You're running on diesel. So my goal for tomorrow, as long as it's a good day, which I hope it should be. Today was good, so I hope tomorrow is really good. Diesel power. Yeah. Finish your volcano pipe. Make great progress. At least do all the sanding I need to do for the first sanding layer of the Lord of the Rings pipe. And then I'm going to try finishing up that Bulldog because it's going good. All right, Eddie. You've had a busy night on lives, but well, great to have you. I hope it ends up being a positive interaction with the church. Thanks for being here. Hope you have a great night, bud. All these components are long and strandy, so they all want to kind of stick together, but it's going pretty good. Yeah, I found a block that's perfect for the Volcano Church Warden, and I'm just melting. I'll get the first layer sanded off tomorrow and see how everything is with it, but so far it's gorgeous. Well, at least the size is like perfect for what I want to do. Then I got to make a Sherlock Holmes pipe. So that's going to be crazy. And Zippo, Church Warden Bulldog, should be able to start that within the next couple days. I really can't believe how well I gave myself a virtual pat on the back because that Lord of the Rings themed Church Warden, the shape of that, everything being dead center, for it all being freehand, I was pleased. And I really want to smoke that pipe. It's killing me. So now, on the other pipes I'm making, I got to make a Church Warden because I've had the same. It's been a good one. But it's going to be good. It's awesome. I'm happy. It's nice to be making pipes for friends and seeing so much support. It's been phenomenal. And the stems, man, the stems fitting beautifully is just something that I'm always you know, you always have that dream, the gleam in your eye, everything's going to work perfectly. And you just strive to make that achieved. And I couldn't believe it, man. That the stem on the church warden, like, you should have seen how I was sanding. So I got the shank all drilled, everything looking good. I'm like, okay. I measured it. It's only going to be like a 16th or 2 of an inch. There really isn't much play. Maybe, yeah, maybe a 16th. And they had 3 letters on the tenon for the church warden stem. So I sanded that off a little bit, then put it back. And finally, it's like, wow, this is one of the best fitting stems, period, that I've ever experienced, either just having it in my hands and trying it, or just ones that I'm smoking or whatever. And then, the stems have just been getting better and better. And that the first bulldog I'm working on, the stem on that it fits snug. It's incredible. All right, let's see if this is anything good. This should be sweet and fruity, mostly. This evening's pipe is brought to you by coyotes, keeping the rodent and snake population down for years.
It's really close.
Ooh, that has a nutty taste. Not what I expected, but very good. Of course, it's scorched a little, kind of. You taste Virginia. There isn't. That's nice. It's a cool, light, nutty flavor. We'll give it a shot for a while. See what it's like. I know. So July will be like cannonballs and this. Oh, let's see. July and August. I was going to do tall pipes. We'll do tall pipes and cannonballs. So we'll call it like cannons and cannonballs. Good enough, huh? So what are you guys? Did I already ask that? Did I already ask what you guys are smoking? I don't remember. If I didn't ask, what are you smoking? And my brother made a pipe rack he gave me about a week ago. And so he's going to see. Oh, that's right, Paul. You came in saying cigar. Yeah, I'm scatterbrained. I think I'm confused because I had a good day. Yeah, this is not bad. Like, no flavor is very dominant. Very nutty retrohale. This has a little bit because Paul, you're talking about doing the like a sour blend, and this is gives this really nice slight tang um, on your tongue, like it's a I don't know, almost like a fruit snack kind of thing, kind of tang. When you draw it in, and you can draw on it a lot, but when you draw, it gives at the end of the draw, it gives a very slight tang that passes. It doesn't just stick on your tongue. And then the smoke coming out is just nice, nice dry smoke. This whole thing together almost tastes like white burley, but a little smoother. I don't know. It doesn't have the wow factor. So it's not like one of my 5-star rated blends, but it's pretty good. So I am going to have to write it down because this could be called like Tang. And I got my notebook, or had my notebook right there. Can I borrow your pencil, or if you have a pen? Thank you very much. I don't know what to call it. Good. So now some of the complexity is coming more in. I must have I could see different components, maybe 2 of them kind of stuck together in the top. Oh, awesome. I tried to draw in my mouth because sometimes you just got to mess up a bit. Stoved Virginia, Yellow Virginia. This is a different blend, but it's got like all sorts of really nice smells. Room note is outstanding. Ooh, nice. So does it leave a sour feeling, or is it like a sour taste, but it doesn't bug your mouth too much? Sounds good. I'll work on this blend a little more. So I made a large amount, but I'll give it another mix around, load it up again, and smoke it tonight and think on the percentages. Because so far, I think I'm just going to mix nuts. Because what can I? There's nothing I can say. So I'm going to call it mixed nuts.
Out of all the names that you can name it.
Yeah, because like when I draw, there's that. Oh, nice. So Papa Bear made a blend with different Turkishes, a green dragon blend in it. Harik RLB6 white burley cube cut. Took him 5 tries, but he got a sour taste like wasabi nose bite, then sweet. That sounds good to me. Probably not to her, but to me it does. This is the weirdest thing, man. It gives you like.
It smells like a sweet and sour.
Here, try it.
It was like.
Just nice gentle draw, see what you think, because I can't place the flavor and I don't know if it's just me. It's got a nice nutty taste, and then it has. You get a little tanginess almost.
Maybe kind of like an almond peanut.
See?
Creamy.
Mixed nuts. There's like pistachios, almonds, peanut taste. Mabu got it.
Name it cream nuts.
Creme de la nuts. DDT, how you doing, buddy? We got a blend here that just made that tastes like mixed nuts.
Creamy.
But creamy. Mixed creamy nuts. I don't know what to call it, but it
does have the tang.
It has this
creamy.
Very slight, creamy kind of tang, almost
like a little bit of like a sour.
Sweet and sour nuts.
Cream nuts.
Sweet and sour cream nuts.
I don't know, you try it now.
I can't. How did I make that?
I don't know, you're okay with
Then it has like this almost hint of cocoa for a second.
Oh yeah, I got that one.
Yeah. This is like cocoa cream,
Chocolate.
sweet and sour chocolate nuts. It is weird, but I don't know what to call it.
Maybe you should think about it for.
DDT, if you can think of a name that is more appropriate for this, please feel free to let me know. Because you get like a sour on the draw, but not very strong. It's at the very end of each draw. It's a dry smoke, but there's a creaminess to it. It's got lots of taste. It tastes like almonds, pistachios, peanuts. That almost became a word I didn't want it to. Because they need to know. They already know my mind doesn't work right this evening. So that was almost a legitimate screw up right there. Usually I catch it or I can control what I'm saying. That was close. That was close.
You made it really warm.
You made it warm in here. I need a drink.
Who says that?
I know. Instead of
say
Dan's
that?
pistachio,
Are you gonna
I'll just
stop?
call it Dan's pistachios. Okay. Anyway, it's a very nice dry smoke with creaminess, slight fruity flavor, almond, pistachio, and peanuts, and a little. I don't know. What is it? Sweet and sour nut mix? What do you call it? Sweet and cream. I don't know.
It's funny.
Oh, YouTube didn't post DDT's last two comments. Did it on my phone either? No. Beer nuts.
That was funny.
Welcome, Robert. How you doing, buddy? I know they're all surprised, I'm sure, that I actually started at 12 after 10 Eastern instead of now. But
It's alright.
whoop, there it is. Yeah, I went there. I already almost said profanity.
No, don't even go there.
Oh, see, Robert said sour balls, but it's not sour enough. That was close. That's a good one, though. Oh, YouTube didn't like DDT's suggestion called sour nuts. I'll go with like creamy beer nuts.
No.
How much you, it's like beer nuts, but creamy with a little bit of sour. So what is it? That's too many adjectives. Too many descriptions. Your cat is fat. Too many descriptions.
That's not nice.
Well, he is. I mean, he sweeps the floor for us every time he runs over the kitchen. Like
Not
that's,
that bad.
yeah, between the 2 inches of fur and the 6 inches of gut. Doesn't mean I don't love the cat. He's just fluffy. He ain't that non-fluffy either. So, Robert, DDT, what are you guys smoking? This could be sour beer nuts. Could be sour beer nuts. Oh my gosh, the Retro Hill's dreamy.
What's what?
Dreamy. So, DDT said sour Seaman's nutty cut.
That sounds.
Oh, there you go. See, that's a friendlier name. Papa Bear put in Fluffernutter. Oh, here we go. ENA's dad put in Tilbury. I made a blend. I made a batch of match Tilbury. I'm gonna have to think on this one. I do like the suggestions though. Sour Seaman's nutty cut is freaking hilarious. So is sour nuts and sour balls and Fluffernutter. But now I have to. Maybe it'll be like whiskey sour and beer nuts.
But it's more of a whiskey.
And a whiskey sour really isn't sour. It's just tasty. I haven't had one of those for years.
You haven't had one in years?
A whiskey sour.
You had one recently. Because when we went out of town, I had one. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
But you didn't have one anyway.
No. Tart nut. It's the craziest thing that even. Well, I'll now. And then I'll put tart beer nuts. I'll smoke it more tonight and tomorrow. Tart nut to sound more classy. Tart nut. Salty sailor nut cutter. If it was salty, I would do that. And it has a. I don't know. It is just damn good, though. It reminds me.
It is really good. I even like it.
Mabu even likes it.
And it smells good.
You know what it actually reminds me a bit of is creme brulee because of the same sensation of,
But no, it's like sweet.
yeah, because it gives you like that pleasant room note, similar light flavor, and it also reminds me a little bit of Taste of Summer
could do
because
like
it's a lot like
you could
Taste
do
of
like
Summer.
Toffee nut.
I like that you have your hair up while you're saying that. I'm like, you got like the half a beehive going on.
No, I don't.
Well, you don't now, but you're holding it up like I said, half a beehive. You don't have the whole. Zzz.
I should do that sometime. Do the whole beehive thing. No, be able to hear.
Catch it in the ceiling fan all the way. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
This is a lot like. This is like Taste of Summer, kind of. Sour Sailor Nutty Buddy.
Nutty Buddy. Those are good.
And then Nut. I know, Dan, I thought of that too, but it sounds so. Call it a damn good. Damn good nut.
Just go with mixed nuts.
This reminds me a lot of Taste of Summer. That's crazy.
So if it tastes like that creme brulee one and Taste of Summer, what would you name it then if it's
Taste of cream. Really? Taste of Summer? Creme brulee? If I put Taste of Brulee, they're going to be like, who the hell's Brulee? That's going to be weird. You just made this a little awkward.
You made it awkward when you said something.
I totally made it awkward. This is something.
Don't blame it on me.
Hey, how you doing, bud?
I don't know. I think you need to think about it for a little while.
Hey, not go. You settle down there,
Who?
Robert. It's a lot like creme brulee with a little bit of Taste of Summer, but it smells freaking amazing. Certainly, man. So I made a blend now that tastes. It's got kind of like beer nuts. It's got like an almond taste, hint of like cocoa. It's creamy. It's a light blend. And it has a hint, just a hint when you draw. At the very end of the draw, the back of your tongue gets this really light, almost tang, but it goes away right away. And it's a dry smoke and blend with some light creaminess in it. So I don't know what to call it. We've got mixed nuts, beer nuts, or tart beer nuts, which it could be because you do get a little bit of tart in the draw. But it's fantastic. Coconut Dream. That would be good. But then anybody that gets it's going to be like, where's all the coconut? There is a little, but it's not really forward. It's kind of there with everything, but it's not. Lime into coconut. Hey. I was singing that song the other day. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Kind of. I don't know. My blends have a reputation of tasting like they're labeled depending on them. So I'd have to one up this, do a flavored blend with lime and coconut, like actual flavorings, and call that lime into coconut. Hey, Mon Claude, good to see you, buddy. DDT. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Cream de soleil. Cream of the sun. You guys make actually a lot of nice names. John's Mixture. Mike, we've got an interesting blend this evening. Kind of like creme brulee. SPF 70. I don't taste the sunscreen. Maybe Hobbiton. I don't know. I even told my wife I need a drink after this. But it's Virginia, Yellow Virginia, Louisiana Perique. And it's ridiculously good. Nice nutty flavor, but really cocoa, almond, peanut, and what was the other one? Cocoa, almond, peanut, creaminess. Oh, and pistachio and like, what's the other one? I don't know. It's crazy. Hey, Piper said, how you doing, man? Almond Joy. Claude said, put some Captain Black grape in there and you'll have PB&J. Yeah. Almond Joy. I don't know what else. I would like to have one more. Almond Joy would work, but there's
not enough coconut.
There's not quite enough.
They need more coconut and chocolate.
I'd have to add more coconut and chocolate, which is doable, but this is kind of neat how it is.
I don't know. I like it.
Hey, Nelly, great to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, she's charging her phone, so she doesn't have it on her at the moment. Almond mist. Yeah, this is weird. But you know what? To humor you, Monclaude, Nelly, we made this blend with Black Cavendish, Stove Virginia, Yellow Virginia, and Louisiana Perique. It's got like a hint of cocoa, almond, pistachio, peanut taste. It's got a nice creamy but dry smoke, and there's a little bit of tang with each draw, but it isn't a bothersome tang that ruins the taste or sticks to your mouth like a lot of blends with toppings or whatever have. And we don't know what to name it. So the last 30 or so chats out of context may look a little less than appropriate, but there is a reason why all those names are up there. YouTube is censoring about 1 in every 3 comments for DDT. It knows you, DDT. You got a reputation. I know DDT sour cream nuts, but sour cream. Oh man. Whoo. I'm gonna get flagged.
You know, we should start
If this
drinking.
live disappears, we'll know why.
We should have started drinking before this.
Why, to mellow out? And look, the smoke is actually very smooth. Awesome smoke, and it's wispy and just disappears quickly. B Dog Piper, how you doing, brother? It's like a misty, but it's like a misty but heavy smoke. It's crazy. Nutty Cajun. Oh, doing good, man. We're trying to name this blend. There's hints of cocoa, almond, peanuts, and pistachio, and it's creamy and has a tiny sourness to it as you draw, but then it goes away right away between draws. It's weird. I almost had it added like 2 other different components to it, and I was like, "We'll just see what this is," and this is what happens. It's a good blend. Very aromatic, very tasty. I'll see. Robert put mixed nuts.
Oh, the sourness though.
Cranberry mixed nuts.
It's not fruity enough.
Half a cranberry mixed nuts. I think they call it half cranberry. I don't even know. That sounds like there'd be more. Bon Claude said, blend number ... You might need to start with numbers. We're running out of names. Let's see. Trail mix would be pretty fitting. Because they have all those trail mixes. This is almost like that one that does have the coconut flakes, cranberry. I don't know. It's almost like a white burley kind of taste. White chocolate?
No.
White nut? What? Just go fuck up. You're loud. Coco Loco. Oregon Trail. You could, because it's all over the place. I don't know. It is loco.
It's kind of like a sweet and sour fruit snack, I guess.
Yeah, but then where'd all the peanuts go?
I know, but it's not fruity enough.
Sweet and sour beer nuts.
No.
Sour beer nuts. But see, then they just sound like they're rancid. And nobody wants to go to dinner somewhere and get a plate full of rancid nuts. Creamy Dreamy Peanut Butter Delight. I win. Todd. Oh, this is just Creamy Dreamy Peanut Buttery Delight. That's funny. Nut Bomb. BALM. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to call it. There's plenty in here. The Nut House. That's actually I like that one. Peanut brittle. If I made it a little sweeter, it could taste like peanut brittle.
Then that would have to go with your Christmas blend.
This could be a Christmas blend.
Or it could be a summer because it's got like that like lime taste.
I don't know. I'm in so much trouble with this.
I've so stuck on a blend before.
I've never been so stuck on a blend before. I do too, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put the Nut House because it is kind of a nutty kind of blend that you just can't. Why is there 3 kinds of nuts? Then Amy, then it's almost fruity. Then there's cocoa.
It's a nut surprise.
Not surprised.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the Nut House. I think that because this is a weird blend. I like it. Thank you. I think that is the most fitting. That is true. Yeah, I agree, Hobbiton. DDT. I think the Nut House was very good. Thank you for that suggestion. I think that is a good one. It like doesn't make sense, but all of it, but somehow it does. Still, the blend is very good. I was gonna say something I forgot, but that's fine because I wrote stuff down. It's such a different blend. That's awesome. Thank you guys for being lively participants in that one because that just made my evening. That was awesome. Oh, and for any of you who just popped in recently, it is currently through the end of June. Through midnight. It is Bulldog and Church Warden season. So if you request a Bulldog or Church Warden by the end of June, there will be a discount on Church Warden or Bulldog or combination. We are going to have a volcano Church Warden starting tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. DDT says, okay, now make a blend that tastes like huge melons. You know, someone's going to draw in and be like, I can taste the size. This is getting just crazy. This is almost a nut house right here. It's an off day. I have not smoked this Rossi Vittoria 8320 in a long time, and it just hit me today. Oh, Hobbiton, you know what is hilarious? It is just for random. So I have ended up with a lot of my pipes in the shop. Take them out with me in the morning and leave them in there most of the time. I was looking through my little glasses case here, picking out different pipes. So I grabbed my Rivara Briar'd and this, and I almost grabbed the honey pipe. I'm not kidding. And I have it right on the top. in all its glory with that crazy little darkened mark it got for no reason. Oh, I'm going to let you know something, Hobbiton, because on that one soon. I'm just going to set it in there because I don't want to have it fall or anything. So I'm working on a series of channel pipes. And no one will really get to see them until they arrive at the channel owner's deal. Channel till they do a box opening or whatever. And I'm working on one with 2 other presenters right now. And I'm going to work on another one. The channel pipes take a little bit of time to make because I'm through this week. I should be caught up, and it shouldn't be a big deal. But I want to start soon these channel pipes, and they'd be pipes that have just certain things that the host chooses that suits their channel or has some kind of theme. It can be whatever shape they want or whatever they pick that has a theme. And for example, Paul, Papa Bear's Nook, wanted a volcano pipe. He particularly wants one that's black, so it's got black stain, it's been waxed, it's all colored, and it's got, gosh, Captain Black Kiwi. Oh my goodness. So it has lava flow, the stem is lava colored, almost done with it. It's really nice. So that would be a good kind of theme on that one. So if any of you guys are interested, just email, Instagram, whatever, let me know. But I'm doing channel pipes that are ones that really stand out. So when you have it on your channel, you know, it represents your channel. So if you're interested, let me know. There will be special pricing for presenters because that'd be pretty cool. And there'll be as much detail as I can put on them. But I'm comfortable with doing that at this point. And I'd love to have one on your channel if you're interested. On anybody's channel. But I wanted to mention Hobbiton because I know I see you sometimes and I don't, and then I get busy, or I'm sure you're tired, or you eat with family, or you know, got a lot going on, man. So I wanted to mention it to you while you're here. And I could email, but I know there are some days I don't get a look at that. So I just want to mention it while you're live right here. Yeah. So it's going to be cool. Graham, you can always, if you got any questions, I've got a bunch posted on there. Currently, I'm working on a bulldog. I'm about a third of the way done with that. This is one of my pipes. Let me see. Let me get my phone light for you guys, because this is my Abu freehand. Nice plateau. So that's one I kept for myself. Zippo has a pipe. Southern Piper has a pipe. Terry Snarfblatt has one of them. Hillbilly Piper, when he returns, will have his. His is a little over half done. Just kind of taking my time on it on the side while I'm waiting for him to get back from his vacation. Papa Bear's Nook has 2, Volcano Pipe and a Lord of the Rings style church warden, which is also on here. The Lord of the Rings church warden, that work was actually all done in one very good day. The shape of the bowl is incredible. And I'm going to do more sanding on it over the next couple days and get it so the leaves are actually 3D kind of look going on. But that was with Dremels or different Dremel bits and stuff. But it looks really good now. And I bend stems, do custom stems. I don't do, well, I've got church warden stems and I can bend them and stuff. I can't make church warden stems, but I can bend stems, and I've got some, and then I'm working on Bulldog. I've done commissions from really large poker pipes with 1/2-inch thick walls all the way around, including the bottom, 4 1/4-inch deep chambers. And I'm going to make some smaller pipes. I'm going to make some, I made a Row Dublin is what Zippo calls his. But there's some really nice ones, and they're very reasonable. And these are, I'm the spokesperson basically. I get to do this hobby and speak on it, and it's actually for my mom. So it's just kind of a neat thing. So you can see whatever work I've got. If you've got questions or you're not sure if there's a pipe I can do, feel free to ask. I'll be honest with you guys. Someone was asking if there was a pipe I could do Lord of the Rings church warden with wood, with the wooden stem. And I'm not able to do that at this time. But I can do good church wardens and have the acrylic stem, and it's not a big deal. So far, the 2 pipes I have for myself, one is a bent billiard sort of pipe, and so far this freehand and that one, out of all my pipes, smoke as good or better than my other pipes. The draw is fantastic. No gurgle, nice, good looking pipes, good smoking pipes. So feel free to ask any questions anytime. Magnum Opus and Alligator Savinelli. And thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've had pretty good luck. And finding out the stems, it was such a huge leap in it. Yeah, it was Paul. And I was honest with him. I said, at this time, I'm not able to do the bent one stems, things like that. But I will be honest with you guys and let you know if I can or can't, or what I could do in place, that kind of thing. So when you sent me that picture, Paul, I really enjoyed that picture. It really made me light up. I was like, I can't wait to work on this. And you could tell it was both, it was drilled, shaped, carved, stemmed, stem was bent, all in one day. It was amazing. And the shape is perfect. I just have to, like I said, I just want to make it better. As it is, it's fine. I just want to make those leaves stand out a little more. The only problem I have is when I'm outside, and it's so nice like today. I was glad I did the work in the morning mostly so that I could go for a walk and enjoy the evening or the afternoon, because it's just beautiful out today. So the only problem I have is if there's a day that's rough and I can't be outside, because, man, I open the garage. If it's nice enough, I have the door open. It's nice and cool in there. It's not too bright in there. I can do everything in there and it's fine. And still hear birds, and it's awesome. We have rabbits come up a foot or so away from the doors. It's pretty awesome. But all the pipes are handmade. My dad helps me with stems on the lathe. Otherwise, everything is hand drilled. Everything is hand sanded, other than the oscillating sander. So it's as handmade as you get. And like one of the blocks, I remember all the sides, like none of them were flat. And I was able to get some very symmetric pipes out of crooked briar blocks. So I will not argue. Yeah, what is that blend like? The Magnum Opus. I've never had that. Oh, nice, Paul. Yeah, I'm excited for those, man. And you've been doing a great job on your lives, bud. Paul's lives are Friday nights at midnight Eastern. He does a very good job. They're always entertaining. And he's got a lot of great ideas just booming. Oh, you know what, Paul? I know what I'm going to do for you, buddy. I'm going to send some samples. I made a whole list of a bunch of my own Lord of the Rings themed blends. And so I'll have to send you some. So I could even include that in the box, man. There's a couple I'd like to make that I'm out of tobacco for that, or one component, like Aragorn, which was a great one, is missing Warhorse bar. That one I'm just out of. So I can't do that one. I think White Wizard, but I've got a bunch. I've got Mordor, and then Sammath Nall, which is Chambers of Fire. And that's kind of sort of ties in with Mordor. And it reminds you of that, but it's a little bit altered version of that. It's really good. But I'll do that. I'll include that in your box. I'll grind on the pipes really, as you know, the best I can, I'll say. My goal is to really get all that stuff done tomorrow, or at least Monday. Anything that needs to dry or whatever, have it dry till Wednesday, package it up in the morning and mail it out. But while that's drying, then I can do the blending. My goal is to have, which is a very realistic goal, is have yours done RD's, or I keep saying RD's. His is done. He's got his. That one turned out great. Oh, also, if somebody, yes, and yeah, you're telling me about Weathertop. That one sounds awesome. So whenever someone gets a pipe of mine, like all my videos I save in playlists, and when somebody does a yabo, if it's got pipes or whatever, but anything from me, if there's a yabo, I tend to save it in my yabo playlist or even pipe making. So if you guys want to see people with the pipes, because it's a lot easier to, you can look at a picture, but it's a lot easier to see what the person's holding, how it looks, what size it is compared to their hands, that kind of stuff, how it's smoking, stuff like that. I keep them in my playlist. So very good reference if you're going, what kind of shapes does he have? I've seen this and that. So yeah. Your stem, like the mouthpiece and the button, are looking dang good, man. Like I said, tenon's good. I gotta lower it a little. Just gotta lower it. Just gotta downsize the tenon. Just a little bit. But Hunter's pipe, thank you. I keep saying RD instead of Hunter. It's driving me nuts. Thank you very much, man. His turned the slight orange I was hoping for. And I'm anxious to see tomorrow, because even wax overnight will still change a little bit. So I'm anxious to see the lava on yours tomorrow. So far today, it was looking good. I took the picture right after I waxed it, so it looks a little different, but I can't wait to see it, man. It's going to be awesome. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, because then if it's in my playlist and people know, then they can go in the playlist, watch it, check out my stuff, and it gets a view on your videos too, and then everything's good. Everybody wins. So what are you smoking, Monclon? So this is cool. So as this blend finally smokes down farther, the tanginess sort of goes away. It's very, very, very mild to begin with. But I'll stir it around longer, give it a smoke this evening, think on it. Because I still like the Nut House. I think that's the keeper of the name. Yeah, it's been great. And I really appreciate you guys. And Paul's awesome. I'm going to say that right now. You all are awesome, but Paul has been, he went ahead and got a pipe and then was talking to me about one, and he said, I'm in. If you can do that, I'm good. And so he's got two. And I really appreciate the support. Like I said, this is for my mom. This is so I have something I found I can do, and it relieves a lot of stress. I really enjoy it. And then it benefits her, and life is good. Everybody gets very reasonably priced, well-drilled, handcrafted products, and it benefits my mom, and you can't, that's good. That's good living right there. That's how you sleep at night. And she hand makes the pipe bags. And my dad uses the lathe to help with some of the tampers, especially the bullet tampers. I'm going to be making some different tampers because currently the bullet ones, I gave the last one to Terry Snarfblatt. Get out of there. I either have a little bug trying to get in my ear or a frisky beard hair. It is. I'm usually the same way, Robert, because sometimes you get those blends that are actually really surprisingly good, and you don't realize you're at the end until you're completely at the end. You're like, huh? It's still smoking, but it's all ash, an ember in the ash, and there's nothing left, and it's still good. But some blends give me heartburn when they're at the ash, or the last third, or a weird taste, especially if they're really aromatic-y. There are a couple blends I made that I don't prefer the last bit, but most of the ones I've made are good clear down to the end. So I try to keep in mind all the things that either I didn't like about blends or that people have talked to me about that they don't like about blends, and I've tried to get that out of my stuff. So most people will enjoy my blends. It's been good. Everybody that's gotten them has been really good being honest, going, well, this one's not for me. It's good. It's just not my style. But for the most part, they well liked. So yeah, this one is I'd say just a little bit less than halfway left. But the flavor's all there. The tanginess is no longer there. And it's just a really great smelling smoke. Burns to white ash. And hey, Smarty Bob, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I've been pretty fortunate. Once I got more of a handle on what blends do and doing my own blending, that took out a lot of BS. Because I do have some blends I actually use other blends as components. But I know enough about what components do to blend it and go, okay, I don't want this type of flavor at the end, or I don't want this type of sourness in this blend. It doesn't work for this one, that kind of stuff. Then it works out. I am going to try stirring this blend up a little bit more. It tastes so good. You get that warmth, almost like you've had a little bit of spice. Just very light warmth in your sinuses, and it's good. I'm going to mix it up, and I am going to try a little bit of Latakia. Well, I want to see. I'm not doing that on this whole thing. I'm going to put it in this tin.
Oh, good.
Yeah, just like a pipe load worth.
I see.
And try it with a slight bit of Latakia and see if the creaminess does something amazing to it. Good. Right now, there's like no heartburn. There's no harshness. And I know sometimes you can really smell the ash in that smoke at the end, and it's like, oh, mixing stuff up. So I don't blame you for dumping the last third. What are you doing, Dave? DDT's like he's like Kia, and she's already mad. Well, I made an English blend that she actually liked. A Balkan blend, nonetheless, actually. Okay. So, I'm glad I made a bunch of that because now I can kind of try it with different stuff. Oh, I have Margate. A little bit of that wouldn't be bad. I know that's its own blend. But I have a tiny pinch in this. There we go. I had 2 tiny pinches, so I'll do 1 tiny pinch. Smarty Bob. Man, that sounds killer. Torchlight. So, Zippo, are you still here? I have a question for you. And I'll go back and see. Because you sent me a picture one day, so I want to see. Oh, it's not letting me see the picture. Aha! Found it. So I'm going to start making some of these Church Warden Bulldogs starting very early next week, probably Tuesday, maybe Monday. See how tomorrow goes. I'll probably make one a nice, smaller, medium size, and then maybe a large one. We'll see, because I've got a decent variety of blocks for now. Hey, Martin, how you doing, buddy? I appreciate you dropping by and seeing us. How are you tonight? I got your notification for your live an hour after your live ended. 59 minutes, Martin. I was so ticked because I had my volume on and I was ready, and I just got busy and was like, well, the notification will pop up anytime, because it usually does. And I looked to double check, and that was it. I was like, really? It goes bing. I'm like, come on. We're making blends tonight, bud. I made, well, 2. I haven't tried the altered version. So it's 1 blend. I'm adding a pinch of Margate to it just to see, because I have it handy. And then it is called the Nut House. It is a crate blend, so it works perfectly. Named by Recovering Know-It-All, if I remember correctly. I'm great, but that's okay. It has Black Cavendish, Stove Virginia, Yellow Virginia, and Louisiana Perique. You get pistachio, almond, peanut, a creamy dry smoke, and a little bit of a hint of tang at the end of each draw, but it doesn't linger in your mouth. It doesn't ruin the flavor like a lot of sourness in a blend can. And we didn't know what to name it. It kind of went everywhere. A hint of cocoa with it. It was crazy, but it is very good. Very good. The room note is amazing. Mabu even liked the blend. So wrote it down, and I'm going to stir it. I mixed it up some more to try it again, just to make sure I didn't get 1/4 of the bowl, one taste. Nutgate, I could call it that. So I'm trying it with some Margates to get a idea of what a little bit. Oh, was somebody else? See, I'm not good with names tonight. You guys are going to have to forgive me. I kept calling Hunter RD for like probably 5 times. But I had a great day and did a lot, and my mind is just, there's some things it's just not going to retain the whole day, and that was it. Yeah, it's throwing me off now. Now I feel bad, but I appreciate that recovering, because I like to know when things don't keep up with what I was thinking or whatever. No, it was Piper said, wasn't it? I think that was right. Yeah, it's crazy some days. Usually for about a week, there'll be just one thing that will not stick in my mind like the whole week. I was mixing Andrew, Southern Piper, with Hunter, Country Gentleman, for a whole week. I was mixing those two names. I even messaged Andrew, if I remember correctly, which I probably don't. I messaged one of them and said, was I sending that to you? Because I don't remember. Something like that. And then they straightened it out. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Southern Piper. I'm like, what am I doing? But I could fuss about it or just keep going anyway. So I just keep going. Yeah. Nice. I won. I figured it was something along those lines, but I do like that. That's a good saying. Yeah, I saw that you put CSR. I even noticed that, which is pretty good for me. Oh, it's Southern Hunter Piper. Okay. Boy, that ain't gonna mess with me, is it? Good point said. There was a lot of collaboration leading to that point. Everybody was jumping in, and it was awesome. But we had some good suggestions. We had a ton of good suggestions. I didn't know what to pick because it wasn't coconutty enough to have anything noted, a name noted for that. It was so many different flavors, but Nut House worked. Oh, you cut down. Yeah. I did remember that one. So you're cutting the Rustica down a little bit, huh, Zippo? Yeah, I like Jack Ryan pipes. He makes some cool pipes. Bullfrog pipes is fun to watch. I do have another block with more of a medium-sized Dublin drawn on it. So it may be a Churchwarden Dublin, kind of has that vibe to it or feel. Oh, so Zippo, with the Churchwarden Bulldog, are you looking for, you sent that picture to me, or that link. Is that the exact style you're looking for? Do you want it to have something rustication? Do you want it to have like a line? I've got some new rustications I'm going to be trying out. I did do one on the Country Gentleman's pipe called, well, Hunter's pipe called, I call it fish scales, because both the neighbor kid and my wife thought it looked like fish scales, and it does. It looks pretty cool. But now I'm going to be doing one. I'll showcase on a different pipe. But if there's any rustication or anything you'd like to see on one, let me know. I'm going to make 2 of them. I'll do one smooth. I guess whichever one has pretty grain. I've really only had one pipe that's had some dead spots, but then as I sanded, there was still more space on it that looked good rather than even needing rustication. So that pipe was good for that anyway. But most of them, I've been really lucky to get beautiful grains on the blocks I've gotten. I've been extremely lucky on the blocks. Okay. Sorry, would you picturing like a stained pipe or just waxed? Waxed would give it like almost a light golden kind of color, like like the pipe you first got. They give it that sort of a color. Sure, man. What time is your live? And are you thinking of like a dark, like a black rustication stain, or like a super, super dark red? Because what I would imagine, just what came to my mind, so, feel free to correct if there's something you want. Let me click on this one. Okay. So, because this is extremely within my range of doable. Oh, nice, recovering. I appreciate that. I have to double check that I'm subscribed to him. I think I'm sure I was, but I haven't gotten any notifications in a while. I didn't realize he was doing lives. Dark brown, red, or black. Oh, that's nice of you, man. Awesome. Yeah, if you guys have something you're doing, I appreciate you asking. Don't even feel bad. You can advertise on mine. I don't care. Because I know if I'm in people's lives, I mention what I'm working on. And I don't mean to crowd in or anything like that. But I feel like if any of you guys have something to share or announce, like more people doing stuff, the better. So I'm fine with it. "9 p.m. Eastern, Monday." That'd be good. I could make that time pretty easy. I think I should be all done by that time. It's usually in the morning to just really early afternoon if I'm able to do the work, because by the end of the day, a lot of times I'm tired, and that's kind of, I just wind down so that I can have a more mellow evening, because usually evenings are the best. But on the days I can do pipe work, I do it early. I'm like, okay, I feel good right now. I'm gonna go do stuff right now. And then when I'm got to be done for the day, I'm just done. That's cool recovering. I appreciate you letting me know, man. That sounds fun. I'll be there. I got your picture. Well, what I'm picturing before I look at your other pictures, I'm imagining rustication on about the bottom fourth of the bowl, pretty much under the line for that distinct bulldog diamond line. And underneath might leave a little bit just below the line, like a 16th of an inch, of just plain, so it shows some distinction, and then go around and do a rounded around the bottom of the bowl. So upside down, it almost looked like a from the bottom, and then the rest be plain. But I'll look at your pictures real quick, man. Okay, so the rustication, like underneath the line, like that one, where the rim and the line are smooth, and then everything underneath rusticated. I could do that rustication. Yeah, I could definitely do that, man. I could probably start Tuesday or Wednesday. Because that is a gorgeous pipe, by the way. I do really like that. Yeah, so when you look at the picture you just sent me, where you got the diamond line on the side, I would leave just a tiny bit smooth, and I would leave the top. So you got your diamond like this. I would leave the top half of the diamond with just a little bit smooth under the sharp edge, and the rest underneath. I'm talking like a 16th of an inch under. So most of the focal of that rustication is on the bottom. And then on the photo of the pipe he has in his hand, I try to imagine about a quarter of an inch the line, and have the rustication on the bottom. So on the same bowl, because the bowl is like this, then you'd have the rim. There, we'll show it like that. You have the rim smooth. Then you have the line, and I'd go down about 1/4 of an inch, and that'd be smooth, and then underneath. So it'd be basically under the sidelines, along the bottom. That way the majority, like basically the whole top half, would be smooth with a little more rustication on the bowl, not quite to the line. Are we froze? I hope not. Yeah, I thought that was your actual pipe you were saying, so that's good. My mind was working right. Yeah, I could do that, man. Okay, man. Cool. I'll write that down right now. Not frozen. Awesome. Thank you for the feed helps. You see me too. Everything's good. So, okay. And do you prefer the bowl at that angle, the same as this pipe he's working on? And then just with the church warden stem, is that kind of the slope you're going for? Or do you want it like the picture you showed me before that? Like, do you want the diamond shank to be more like into the bowl, or do you like the bowl sitting up? Angle if possible? Okay. I can do that, man. I've got lots of blocks that are really good for that. It would be good for that shape, actually. Okay, man. Cool. I will pick out and draw on a block tomorrow for it. And then I'll probably be able to start on it Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. But I'll get it marked out. I'll get the stem picked out for it and all that stuff. Cool, man. We'll be in touch. It's a good week. I feel like it's going to be a really good week. Yesterday was a good day for kind of sitting and just not moving much, I guess. I just had the abdominal swelling. But today has made up for that. It was a great day. And I'm looking forward. This week's got to be a good week. All right, man. It's actually still doing good. The taste is still good. It's died down flavor-wise. It's calmed down a lot. Still not any harshness yet. It still gives that mouth watering. You can tell kind of that it's at the ash only because I've used pipes so long. Otherwise, if someone just lit it up and it, well, like Mabu, she can tell it's right at the ash. She can really taste ash more than, or like, I don't know. I tend to be able to pick out what's left of the flavor longer. And when it's down to ash, where most people would probably dump it, then that's where she's at. Like, I ain't interested. But like I said, it's probably because I've smoked a lot more. Yeah, that looks cool, man. Well, if that works for you, Derek, then that works for me. I'll be in touch. I'll let you know when I start. Oh, nice. Thanks for the tip, Zippo. I haven't had that one. I've heard of it recently. You're probably the third or fourth person who's really nice. Well, what I'll do, Zippo, if it works for you, I'll just include the blend samples with the pipe in the box, if that's all right, that you won last Saturday. And then it'll just be all in one thing. But it shouldn't be too long because I'll be down to two commissions or three commissions and continuing on some side projects by maybe even probably Tuesday. So I should be able to start on that probably Tuesday or Wednesday. So it should be pretty good. It shouldn't take too long. That first bulldog I showed pictures of where I got the diamond shank down and it's very close. All I've really got left for that is just the little bit, probably half an inch or so of the part that transitions from the top of that diamond shank. I just have to go along with the sander. I'm just taking my time, but I did all that in the first day. And I have to sand more. There's a little bit more thickness on the left of that bowl than on the right. Other than that, it's right about there. So really just a little more sand, one more day, and one more good day, and that bulldog will be ready to stain. So the shaping actually is going much smoother than I had anticipated. I had a good feeling about it, but you never really know until you're there, until you're working on it and you're like, okay. Because as you're sanding those sides and, as you're doing the shank, if you see a spot, you're like, okay, sand more off and let's see what lies underneath. Hopefully, fingers crossed that there's no inclusions. Because some pipes, most of the ones I've had, the inclusions are on the bowl itself, and they can be sanded a bit and left, and I've made sure they won't cause any issues on the pipe itself, anything like that. So I don't, but with the shanks like that, where I'm making it thinner than I typically do, and you got to watch those, it's four sides, you're just almost asking for an issue. But so far, the first one has been a very clean piping. The only inclusion it had was a piece I removed, so it wasn't on the pipe itself. And some I could just sand the heck out of But if it's going to alter the shape too much, I usually just leave it there, and it kind of adds character. And I always make sure, I'm not gonna make a pipe and get it to somebody that I'm not as sure as anybody could be that it's not going to cause a problem. I had one interesting inclusion that ended up on a pipe where I sanded some more, and it's like a 32nd of an inch, and then it opens up a little, but it is only about a 16th of an inch deep, or maybe 2, and then it's solid wood, so it's still like a good quarter of an inch thick between the chamber and where that inclusion is, and it went more sideways, so it's about a quarter inch long, but it ended. That was it. So it wasn't like one of those weird ones that just kind of somehow bleeds into the bowl. So yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Yeah, so Smarty Bob, anybody who missed last Saturday, so every once in a while on a Saturday, I will ask some kind of question. Last Saturday, the case was I asked people pick a number between 1 and 100. The number was 44, if I remember right, and 2 people said 42 or something, and it was Zippo and DDT. And so since they were both close, they both get an envelope of some samples of my blends. So yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. And then I'll send some Lord of the Rings stuff. So I'll do some blending. I hoped to yesterday, and I just sitting down on the floor doing any of that was basically impossible. And I've got this station set up here, so I have 2 TV trays, nice and wide, average TV trays, but they're nice size. And what I do when I blend for people is I wipe them down, do all the sterilization stuff, usually Lysol, some kind of wipe. Then I put new paper towels down and have the bowl there and do the blue gloves and do all those steps. And but even sitting in a chair, I was like, I can't blend today. I just didn't have the fortitude. Yeah, that sounds good to me, Smarty Bob. New pipe and stuff to smoke it in. I actually am gonna smoke. I've got a little bit left of this blend. I dumped the ash, and there was more blend in it than I had realized. This is my Rivara Jumbo Dublin, and I'm gonna finish that. Yeah, and then I can fit the samples that I wanted to in that box that I wouldn't be able to fit in the envelopes. That's so fun how it works. Thank you, Zippo. I appreciate that, man. So far how it works for anybody who doesn't know, when you do get a pipe from me, it comes with a pipe bag that my mom makes and then a tamper. So far it's been steel tamper. They've been dark. They're really old fence post, and we'll leave the dark brown rustic look on it. And then my dad makes bullet shapes, including the little kick out slot, and that's what everybody gets. Now those ones, the last remaining ones are bent, so my dad can't use them in the lathe. So I'll try. For some of them I could grind some off, and some where the bend is I just can't do anything with them to make them a straight bullet shape. So otherwise I'll send some tampers that I'll put together, and they'll be metal as well. But that's just kind of how the pipe deal works. But I try to make them as reasonable as possible. My dad was laughing. He's like, you could charge for the labor. What Zippo is, I'll get a list of names of some blends. I'll send them to you. And if it's a blend you've already gotten, just let me know if you still want some of that, or let me know, hey, I've already got that one, because I just forget. I won't be offended or anything if you go, oh, you've sent me that one, and then I go, oh, okay, I'll just send you a different one. It's no big deal to me. But the Saturday drawing will be random. It may be pick a number. It might be a trivia kind of question, something like that, every once in a while. Probably around once a month or something like that, just at random. And it'll usually be about 30 minutes to an hour in. And then that way anybody that can't stay up as late has a chance at it. And by that time, everybody's kind of in the live, or most of the people are in it. So DDT came back and he goes, okay, I'm back. Had to make my kids go to bed. Well, it's funny. We took a walk today. We've got gorgeous countryside, and it's always windy up on this ridge. And so we walked over there. Today it wasn't windy. I couldn't believe it. Till we were on the way back. It was a nice, light, cool breeze. It's usually always windy here. And we get to the house, and we play kind of baseball with those cheap, like, red kid bats and like the plastic white baseballs. So we played with the neighbor kid for a while, and he just kept hanging around, which we're fine with. Over from our house, there's a hill on one side of the road. So one side, if he lived on that, we could watch him, make sure he gets all the way home. We could see him all the way to his house. The other one, we either walk with him to the hill if he's walking home or biking, and we can watch for traffic and just keep an eye on him. And then today he just wasn't going. And we're like, so we played with him a lot. I'm like, if I feel good, I'm gonna keep playing. And finally, his dad showed up and goes, is it dinner? He's like, it is for you. It was dinner for the rest of us an hour ago. Yeah, that'll work out. I've got Mabu got a special notebook with leather on it that's everything to do with pipes, with commissions and stuff like that. So I'll write down. I've got some written down in this notebook. This is primarily one of my blending ones. But I've got 2 to add into that notebook. Oh, what's that, Zippo? Oh, that's weird, Paul, that happened, man. And I also save my playlists on my reviews. Any reviews from people trying my blends gets in that playlist too. So if you guys are looking for reviews, theirs are included. So anything you guys do, like the Yabo or the blend, reviews. I try to get those in those playlists and let people know, so you guys get views on those on your videos, and then people can come to the channel and go, okay, these are all Briar'd Up views or reviews, or it has to do with his blends. Makes it easier so you guys can get an idea of what the blends are like. And then when I do reviews, they're always objective. I include what my rating on it would be. I include room note, retrohale, harshness, all that stuff. If the blend has an X factor and it's just good on every level and the components work good together, then it gets 5 stars. But I'm very critical on them. So even some blends that I enjoy regularly that are mine, some of them have 3 stars. Some of them have 4 stars, but I've got some 5-star ones. But they're held to a really ridiculously high standard. Oh, cool, Zippo. I need to edit. I used, it was on my old phone. And Restream is really good with editing too. I usually just make the video, but when I get one of these times when I get like a dream week where I have a bunch of great days, I'd like to do an editor or do some kind of video. I need to work at it for an hour or so and just fill up the space on my phone and make some videos or make different of pipes and then edit them together and show different, here's this pipe, this was the block, here's the pipe, this was the block, here's the pipe. And I try to do that. It's just usually any good energy I have outside or working on the pipe if I can. And then when I'm done, it's just like, okay, it's time to quit. So usually I'm not at the point where I'm like, let's edit a video. Zippo. Zippo, did I ever send you my All Virginia blend by any chance? I remembered I sent you pistachio, saffron, chocolate English, and Irish coffee. I couldn't remember any of the All Virginia. Fantastic. You seem to enjoy that one. Okay. Well, I'll include that one then, because so far it's my favorite All Virginia blend. I've tried so many others, and I've had some great Virginia blends. This is 4 Virginia blends or components in one blend, and it's fantastic. Hi, Dave. Hi, buddy. Hi. Where'd you go? Oh, there's your nose. Hi, buddy. Come here. Hi, Dave. Come here, Dave. Come here. Come here, bud. Hi. Hi, Dave. Come say hi, buddy. How's it going? Want to say hello, buddies? You hear me out? Okay. He likes this one. It actually has Latakia in it. So he's pretty calm. Now he's rubbing on a box. Yeah, I need to smoke 8 State. What happens is if it's a day I can get out to the shop, I throw a blend together, grab something, and go. I usually, in case it's windy, if I'm going to light a pipe on the way to the shop, I usually don't smoke something that someone gave me because I don't want it to burn through that quickly. And I try to do reviews on the ones people give me. I got a lot of reviews I got to do. There's some nice people in the YTPC, I'll say that. Yeah, I think somebody gave me 8 State Burley. I need to try that. I need a day where I'm just not. A lot of days, I used to do so much in a day. So if I feel good, man, it's hard for me to just sit here and be inside. Because that's, if I don't have a great day, that's where I am, is inside. So I get almost house crazy, and I'm ready to get out and work on something. Because then I sleep better, going, okay, I accomplished something. But one of these days, I'm feeling good. I'll have to do some reviews of blends you guys have sent me and do that kind of stuff. I just haven't done it. But I always do Yabo videos, even if it's stuff I order. There are no packages I open before, except I think twice. So I made sure everything was in there for some I ordered, stuff like that. Elaine Andulo. That is a great one. That is like, so is Pure Virginia, actually, and Vanilla Flake. Andulo is like bourbon barrel aged from Seattle Pipe Club, but with cigar leaf in it, and it's fantastic. See, we need to do something where all you guys move this way. That'd be awesome. Because I'm not at a good point to move. And we just finished fixing up our shop. This stuff is awesome. Awesome. Because it'd be great to have, because there are very few pipe smokers around here. They are around here. The closest one is that I know from here is Ganjuana. I know he's been busy, switched different jobs, and yeah, mine was a gift. I'll send you a sample. I'll send you a sample, Zippo, because it's really good stuff. But that'd be cool. Guys, come over and we can make tobacco blends and have in a nice, comfortable shop no matter the weather. It could blizzard, you won't know it. It can be hot, you won't know it. There. I knew there wasn't much left in there, but man, that burnt for a while. Yeah, I'm in the Midwest of the Midwest. So the closest like convention or other pipe smokers nearby is like 15 hours at least. It's a long. Oh man. Yeah, Todd, you're right. That is such a great one. Aged Maduro Cavendish. I've got a jar in a ceramic jar sealed. Had it in there for 2 years, 2.5, something like that. And I love that stuff. I blend with it a little, but that's all I have on, so I try not to use too much. I like it aged. It's fine. When I got it, it was good anyway. It didn't need any more age. I just had it so it's aging. But that's a really good one. Yeah, when we looked, because my wife and I talked a little bit about the Ohio Pipe Show, and I think that was like 14 and a half hours away. And she's got to do all the driving. And I can't be in an airplane. So, yeah, it sucks because there are a lot of places we intended to go. So we're saving what we can because we'd like to do a trip. And then, you still plan the stuff you want to do. You do it anyway. But you can't fly, and your cost of going there ain't anyway, because I haven't looked at a plane ticket, but
it actually depends on what day and what airline.
But the
You're not supposed to fly.
Gasoline price and the price of hotels thrown on, because those went up. See, generally when I go out of town, it's to see my neurologist, and so I'm at the hospital. But a lot of times my folks will go with and be there for us, so there's hotel. But it's crazy, my folks and I used to go to Cheyenne, Wyoming, or we'd go visit Colorado, and you could go. My mom could take $100 and everybody and do some shopping, have a nice day trip or so, come home, and it wasn't that much.
You could, go out to eat and get a snack and stuff for.
In hotels, you figure 100, 150 a night.
And I was like 300.
Then meals, you figure about 20, 25 a person.
That was like 15.
Yeah, it's crazy. So by the time you put gas, if we went 14 hours away, we'd probably end up staying at least 3 nights in a hotel. So that's like $500-$600. On Zippo says, "Hi, Mabu."
Hi.
And then you have gas, so that's another couple $100, $200 or $300. So you're already damn near $1,000. Then you do your meals, so you're about $1,200, and that's if you don't buy any pipes or do any shopping, or that's without the extras. So you've got to really have like $2,000 with you when you go.
You can't go on a trip and not shop.
Yeah, because if you're gonna go for a trip, you got to shop. Otherwise, it's not as much fun when you go on the trip. It's like, I don't mind window shopping places that I've been to my entire life, but you go somewhere new.
That's like going to a candy store and just looking.
Yeah, go to a window shop at candy store.
You can't do that. That's like
Yeah,
like,
Zippo's trip to Tennessee for the Muletown Pipe Show they just had.
mhm,
He didn't even get to attend, and it cost him over $1,000.
yeah.
It's crazy.
When we went out of town for your appointment, we spent a couple thousand.
Yeah, we went to my appointment. That was a couple thousand. Not even for the hospital bills or anything like that. That was just the trip,
Gas,
hotel, and food. Really,
and a little. Well, no. Yeah,
that was it. We didn't even shop because we were at the hospital the whole time, pretty much. So it was crazy. I missed $2 gallon gasoline. And it's easy, in some places gasoline's almost $7, or in Canada we were talking earlier, $9 a gallon. 9. So we were paying $1.50 for a gallon not too long ago. So all of a sudden you go from $2 to $4 a gallon. That just doubled your gas price when you think about the big picture.
So that means, like, if their gas is high, their groceries are, like, really expensive then.
Probably. Well, the whole world is in a bit of a mess.
Bread, instead of it being like a few dollars or something, $8 for like a loaf of bread then?
Yeah, bread is freaking expensive. And the whole BS, they won't let dock and get their semi-truck loads of cargo containers into port is pretty ridiculous. It's awfully convenient for certain parties involved. I'll just say that. I'm not going to ruin the night with BS, but it is what it is. It ought to be, Smarty Bob. I know it's been a while since the last Chicago Pipe Show. And that's one I really want to go to, but it won't be this year.
If we drove, that'd take us a good 2 days.
It'd be 2 days of driving.
2 full days.
See, and when I drove before, I used to do pretty well, and it makes sense now looking back. I drove a lot overnight, and I do better at night. So it made sense. I was pretty okay doing that, and that was when my seizures were a couple a year, and we didn't really know what was going on. But that was before West Nile and everything kicked way up. So when I drove, we were fine as long as we had snacks and drinks in the car. We'd usually drive almost completely straight to the destination. We rarely stayed at hotels. Usually it's like we'll stay at one hotel if we have to on the way there and on the way back. For the most part, we'd go to our destination and stay when we got there. We used to go to Omaha, Nebraska quite a bit, and one time the wind was just right, and my little car at the time made it all the way to Omaha. So it was about 7-hour drive roughly. And we made it on 1 tank of gas before the light even came on. And got to the gas station, the light came on as we pulled in. Todd says gas is almost $5 there. Yeah, it's
like here.
Yeah, it's about like here. Oh, that's nice, Paul. Papa Bear's wife is going to bed. She said good night, John. Good night back. Mrs. I guess it'd be Mama Bear. Mama Bear. Because he's having twins, which is awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, no kidding, Smarty Bob. It's like, I'm going to save up for this event. And by the time you save up, it now costs, by that time, it's another $1,000 damn dollars. And it's like, and then at that point, it's like, well, I could spend, Bridget is his wife's name. Well, nice to meet you, Bridget. I've always liked that name. That's a very nice name. Yeah, so then you get to the point where like $3 or $4 grand for a trip. It's like, well, if I have $3 or $4 grand, I need a new car. Or yeah, I'll put a bunch in savings and buy some, go spend $100 or so on some Briar'd blocks and some materials. I mean, at least we're pretty comfortable at home, but we haven't gone out of town to see in-laws. Thankfully, they came this way over the last year, but we haven't been out of town like we had hoped for quite a while now. Oh, that's cute. Zippo's daughter's name is Bridget also. That's cool. Well, that was nice of her to drop in. Maybe she can be in one of your lives or something coming up, Paul. That'd be cool. Mabu's been in lives and she did great. Normally, like especially giveaways, she'll be in those. Normally, by the time I'm doing a live, she's really winding down for the evening and we all kind of get tired and then that's about it. But one evening when I do an earlier live or do a giveaway, I'd like to at 500. So if you guys can recommend people at 500, I'm going to do a giveaway. So, she'd take over the live stream. That's what she does. She doesn't want to admit it, but she hosted one once.
No,
and yeah, she decided not to, and people were like, let her do it, let her do it. And I'm like, and she's like, no, I don't want to do it. She goes, you do better in front of the camera and I'm good being with you. But she isn't as comfortable. But she goes, I don't know what to talk about. It's all a bunch of pipe stuff. Yeah. And one time we had nice. Well, yeah, one time we had a bit of a random creeper on, and that kind of made it so she didn't want to be on them as much. So it's not. I don't want anybody to take it personal or any junk like that. But the person was really. I mean, they were to the point I was getting weird emails and like, okay, so that kind of killed the frequency that she was on the lives, which is understandable. And I'm not gonna try to make her do anything she doesn't want to do. All right, so now we're gonna try this altered version, the 2.0 with a little bit of Margate in my Rivara billiard. Or I guess he said it was a pot pipe technically. Yes, pot-shaped pipe, not pot pipe. Yeah, it was stupid, man. And we've had some fun times we would want to record with the neighbor kids and share with everybody, but you share stuff for the right people, but you got to keep in the back of your mind, you never know who's going to see stuff you put online. I mean, that everybody, once it's online, but yeah, 4 daughters at both. It's amazing you survived. Love those embers, man. Oh my gosh. Here you go. Give that a shot.
What is it?
It's the same blend as last. You'll taste some latakia at the end in a 10 seconds or so. I'm sure the fan blowing on
I
it.
like the other one better.
Yeah, I figured you would.
Well, that's not bad.
This is.
Seems like one that you would like a lot.
Oh, and I did give you cracked pepper. Awesome, I forgot. And Zippo did some great reviews, guys. I highly recommend you check him out. He's got great content anyway, but he does a really good job. He and Dan Lopez, they really put everything into a review, and so he really accurately describes the blends he reviews. Does a very good job. So check him out, and he'll tell you all about saffron and cracked pepper and pistachio. And Dan Lopez did one on pistachio and the Rose, or Sasquatch Piper 2, as he was named. I think he still has that channel as well. Did a review on Mordor, and he did a really nice one on that. You really do, Zippo. You do great reviews, man. Like, Paul didn't realize how good, naturally good he is at, or would be, at hosting a live. He's very good at it. And you're very, very good at reviews. You've got it in you. Well, and like I said, I'll start next week on that pipe, and then when I get it to you, I can get you the samples. You'll have more stuff to review too. But a lot of reviews I get back are, people are pretty straightforward. They want you to know if they like a blend. So a lot of times I'll get a review that's, I really like that blend. And from some people, that's saying a lot, because some people say, I like the blend, but it's not for me. But a lot of them who've done reviews on my blends, I've been very fortunate. They like them too. Everybody's different. When you make a blend, you always hope when you send it to someone they're going to like it. But you keep in mind that it may not be for them, and you just take it with a grain of salt anyway. But a lot of people are cut and dry. They go, hey, I like this blend. And you're like, awesome. You get relief. You're thinking this is great. But I've always enjoyed reviews and box openings and all that stuff. There are some people out there too that go, well, I don't need to see somebody get this or that. But I enjoy it, because if you guys are opening something you don't have, or I don't have, you're trying it new. It's like I'm trying it with you, or it's like I'm there checking out the stuff in the box too. I really like that stuff. So yeah, more content. So you'll have some tobaccos to use for your lives and reviews and stuff if you want, Paul. And yeah, I enjoy it because it gives me a feedback. It's like, okay, they got all this stuff. They're getting these notes. Was that something I got? I used to pick up popcorn from certain Virginias, and I realized that when people were describing it in reviews as bread, then I could make that connection. So then when I was making it, I'd let people know I was getting popcorn and getting bread. So now I know how to communicate it, kind of translate it to most of the people in the YPC going, this one's bready, because I would get popcorn for most of them. But then I found out there's everything from popcorn to grass, all the way to sourdough bread. There's all sorts of stuff you can get from Virginia's. It's amazing. Oh, yeah. Someone was telling me that a kettle corn blend, I could probably do that. Thank you for the idea. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like this. So this is that altered nuts, and it's just a light pinch of Margate and about a third of a tin worth. And that's really good. Zippo. Oh, man. Zippo, there's a person that gave me great advice that I know you are fond of, and that's Matches860. And the advice I took away from him in one of his videos was make the video how it should be. Be comfortable with the time. I've made videos dang near an hour long. I've made videos half a minute long. And as long as there's, sometimes I like long videos because I'm getting into the content. I'm feeling good. I'm taking a break. Or I just have an evening where I need to sit with my feet up and I'm smoking a pipe and I have time to watch content, then I'll watch it. I didn't usually speed up videos. I have a few where usually it's where someone's just kind of chatting, and I do that. Yeah, the time and a quarter or even time and a half, some people, are relaxed and they're talking slower. And if I don't have as much time, then I'll speed it up a little bit. But most of the time I watch it in real time, or I'll play it and listen to it in the shop while I'm working on something. And yeah, I'm excited for those. I'm excited for those bulldogs, man. I know I was out of nowhere, but I really am. But this blend with some Margate, at least, I'll try it with just regular Latakia, so it's more accessible. But with Margate, it's very good. So I'd imagine with regular Latakia, it's going to be pretty good too. But room note wise, just having a little bit of Latakia gives that nice flavor and it smells good. But if you're looking, it's an adaptable blend. Like without Latakia, it's a really great aromatic. People like the smell. If you add a little Latakia, it still tastes great, goes with the blend. So if you like Latakia, it still has all the other smells with it, and it's still pretty pleasant. I hate when they put tolerable. Room note, tolerable. And I'm like, really? When I do tolerable, that means I'm like barrel rating it. Like, I can deal with it, but I don't really particularly enjoy it. So I hate when they put tolerable on blends that I know smell good and that other people know smell good. That drives me crazy for some reason. He does. He does. And yeah, Pembroke, I haven't had for a while. I do have it. The first smoke I didn't ghost my pipe. It actually ghosted my mouth for about 12 hours. I brushed 4 times between going to bed and being up in the morning. And I could still taste Pembroke half the next day. That was crazy. But it could be really good in a blend. It could be good in this. I'll have to try it because I have enough left over. Oh, thanks for the tip, Zippo. Oh, that's Pembroke plus Nut House equals broke nuts. That's awesome, DDT. Oh, Orango blend. I don't recall Orango. Oh, distributors for Germain's. Okay, cool. I did not know about that. Appreciate that. You learn something every day, whether you acknowledge it or not. But I'll acknowledge that. But this is great because you get the Latakia smell, and sometimes it's too much for some pipe smokers, sometimes for me even, depending on the evening. With this blend, it's really nice. You get all the smells. Oh, yeah, that's true, Smarty Bob. I do actually have a blend called Cracked Nuts. I'll have to look it up one of these days. It's in my other notebook. But the cracked pepper is fantastic. It actually does taste like cracked pepper. My wife even sneezes when I smoke it. Oh, cool to know, man. Very nice. Racked nuts? I had that happen on a garden. Suppose joke. Racked nuts. Ouch. Yeah, I need to try. I may have tried a small sample from someone of Balkan Sassini. Because every time I see that, it sounds a little bit too familiar to not have had a sample. So I'm pretty sure I did. Balkan Sobrani is really good. If you do Peter Stokkebye 313 Oriental, about 60%, and then 40% Latakia, that's just a really great, flavorful, straightforward English. That's my go-to. Gets all the right notes, isn't too much. Yeah, I got a little bit somewhere. I think I have about half a tin, something like that. Yeah, damn guardrails, my gosh. I used to play baseball, my brothers and I did. And they're older than me, so by the time they were done, I was still a kid. And my one brother had a cup, and I was laughing, and I go, "What the heck is this?" Because I had never seen one. And my mom goes, "Oh, that's a cup. That's, protect yourself. So if a baseball hits you or something, you're good." So I'm like, okay. I wore one once when I played baseball. I tried it. I swear when you wear a cup, everybody knows it, and they just aim for it. And that hurts worse to me than without a cup, because I usually don't get hit anywhere when I don't have one. I was not a fan. Great to have you with us, Smarty Bob. It's been a pleasure having you around more lately, buddy. Hope you have a wonderful night. I'm going to go ahead and call it as well. I'm getting pretty tired. Babu's got more energy than I do, so I must be getting tired. What? Hey, you stop it. It's not my fault you're young and cute and I'm just old.
For once this weekend, I want energy.
You but I'm playing. It was fun.
I know.
But you guys, cup check. What's cup check? I'm having altered nuts. Oh, but I'll do a toast with you guys real. Woo, don't knock it over. Okay. I'm going to do some original Captain Morgan spiced rum. Cheers to you all. Thank you for being awesome people. Thank you for sharing your time with us. DDT says good night, John and Mabu. So she's saying good night to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. This was very relaxing and exactly what I needed. I appreciate you all. Derek, I'll be in touch with you, and I'll keep Paul, anybody with commission pipes, I'll keep in touch with you. Should be done for some and starting on some over the rest of this weekend. So it's going to be great. I look forward to it. I appreciate the support. Look forward to commissions. Love working on. So anybody gets the itch for an artisan pipe that's very reasonable. It comes with goodies, and you get more than you pay for. Let me know. I'll be happy to work with you. Cheers. Be well. God bless you. Congratulations again to Paul, his wife, who are going to have twins. Awesome. Here's the Zippo surviving 4 daughters. Goodness gracious. You should make a blend called 4 daughters. I think that'd be awesome. We already got 10 Russians and 5 brothers. We need 4 daughters. But great to have you all. Thanks for the participation and the BS, all the fun. It means a lot. And even Latakia Dave. Oh, great reference, DDT. Red Green Show. Keep your stick on the ice. And we're all pulling for you. I think that's what the other thing he said. It's been years. I got to watch that again. But be well, be healthy, take good